Well, no trip to the Northwest would be complete without a little rain, and we've got a lot of rain falling right now at CenturyLink Field in downtown Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line, it's the tight end, it's your wide receivers, everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that if they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big run there by Jones. 45 yards. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. On second down, it's Jones. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now. 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson, he's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
One left. Bend it. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. This is Jones. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. In on the tackle there, Bobby Wagner, coming off a 3rd straight All-Pro season. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. So they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check 9. Let's go. Easy. Check 3. Easy. Hey,
Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
ready. Black 25. Mike 49. Right even. Watch out.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They'll try to throw now. Winston. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Bobby Wagner, the former second-rounder out of Utah State, with a sack. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Winston. That is caught. It's Perriman. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rashad Perriman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and you mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you bring some doubt in their minds.
Well, not content with a first-quarter lead, I guess. They're going to go onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's Wilson. He's got to hook up to Lazard. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
Green 80. Right there, 54 Mike. 40, 14.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And finding the tight end, Wilson. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is...
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have recovered. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Levante David. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Being chased out left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
the fumble recovery. It's Wilson. Open man is Gordon, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. They'll run on first down. Carson, he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On second down, it's Carson, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Myers connects on the PAT, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
On second down now, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down here at the 28.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
On third down, here's Jones. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Now a first down carry by Jones. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. So on fourth down, out comes the Bucs free agent signee Bradley Pinion to punt. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Carson. And some space here. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Bucs take over first and 10.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On second down, it's Jones. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On first down, Jones. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On second down now, it's Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll run it with Jones. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down.
He gets his first catch there, but all in all, when you're talking about the #1 receiver in the NFL coming into this game, and we're just talking about the first catch there, I think they're doing a nice job of bottling him up.
They'll run on first down. Carson. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They run again with Carson.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
45. Check Mike, check Mike. 45's the Mike, 45's the Mike. You're not ready. You're not ready.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Levante David picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 6.
And he loses the football a second time. And the Seahawks have recovered.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long.
Hey. Run fast. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike.
This time Wilson will throw. Buying time to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And now he's got him in a great spot at the 8-yard line here, first and goal. Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Here's Carson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And Myers able to knock it through. And that will extend their lead even further. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track? Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to...
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 39, the 20, 10, and it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On second down, it's Carson. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth and final quarter. And the Seahawks on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Go.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Wait.
On second down now, it's Logan, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 and the 34. The Bucs on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Jameis to throw it. Well, he's going to go for it all. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, they certainly got dented with that first down run, so now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
Mike, 45. On the ball.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Wilson. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. On first down, Carson. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Mike, 45. Hey, hey. That's trash.
On second down, here's Penny. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 24.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Let's go, defense.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
One left. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Good job right there. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
On 3rd down. It's Carson, and he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Myers' kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He's got this one complete to Perriman. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Ready. Blue lady. Green, triple team. Let's go.
Now Winston. And this one caught by Cameron Braid. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Winston to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
Here's Winston. He's going to let it fly. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. So now a two-point conversion attempt coming for Winston and the Bucs. They're going to run for it with Jones. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do, take the big...
a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get this off my chest, though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstated, your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of a distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You on the Christ when I breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm sick in the head. Come on. Come on. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Till the risk I was never at the end. I would never get this off my chest, though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jazz. I ain't got Gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be best though. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more Modesto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Ay, 16 cars in my front yard. Ay, 30 on my wrist, bullet points of God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in a bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Ay, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want it like me cause her lame, she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet points of God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in a bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in a bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did.
Playing skills.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I on the wrist. My bitch, you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When the not saving, yeah, be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out, cuz I never switch, I never switch. I never switch, I never switch. Ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist,
I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my. Hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long. I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my 50. X slick, then hit with the. Back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these 4 things.